So this will be a you versus them for Taurus here. We have on the right side, we have the horse. And on the left side, I don't want to take that many. I just want one card, please. There's still two. So the person on the left is they're very expressive. They have a lot of different ways of presenting themselves. There may even be a chameleon here. Yeah, they're coming out very like magical, very slow moving. They have a lot of, yeah, the stingray. They have a lot of, there's a lot of wisdom within the person on the left here. So the stingray and the horse. The person on the right is the horse. The person on the left is the stingray. So the stingray has a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge, and it runs very deep in this person. This person also has the ability to maneuver in ways that come across very elusive to the horse. The horse is very stable. The horse can also be very quick in a circumstance. They have a lot of stamina. They know what they want. They can also relax and enjoy the freedom of being such a powerful animal. They know their worth. They know their value. The horse has a lot of wisdom, and they're very connected to the element of cycles and what comes in and what goes out. They know when to rest. They know when to play. They know when to exercise. They know when to relax. They know when things need to be done. They know when to exert their power, and they know when to hold back. And the stingray here is very elusive to the horse, because the stingray beats to its own drum. It doesn't necessarily do things the way the horse does. I feel like the horse does things in very structured and a very, like, they have a list. They have a list of things that needs to be done, where the stingray is very fluid. They do things in a way that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to the horse. It's just a different way of doing things. But the stingray is also very intelligent, and I feel like the horse can't necessarily, doesn't necessarily see the stingray's intelligence here with the King of Swords. The stingray has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, and I'm also noticing the colors here, and the colors that are going up the stingray's chakra in the middle here and the chakras here. The stingray has a lot of wisdom, and it could also be very esoteric or very essential. Something about essential oils as well, so they could smell very nice. Yeah, exactly. The Six of Cups, their knowledge and their wisdom comes from a lot of experience. So this may be someone who is a lot older, or if they're not very old, they just have a lot of wisdom. They're wise beyond their years. This is someone who has a lot of understanding, a lot of knowledge, a lot of memories as well. So they may share a lot of wisdom with people around them. They may also talk a lot about what they know, or they may be a teacher or a speaker, or someone who can really communicate about knowledge and the past, and also about information. They're very wise. They're very wise. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is the way they look to the people around them. No one knows when they're going to do what they're going to do, and they're a little bit sporadic. They're a little bit all over the place. It looks a little bit higgledy-piggledy. No one actually knows what's happening in their environment. Their environment may be very disorganized as well, even though they are very in tune and very logical and very smart, and they seem very wise. They could have a space or an environment around them that is very all over the place. Nothing really has a place, or nothing really fits in where it needs to go. But again, the owl is on here as well. So I feel like the stingray knows where everything is, and the perception of other people is the only issue that is impacting the stingray's life. Other than that, the stingray knows what needs to be done when it needs to be done. It's just other people can't see what the stingray is doing, because the stingray is doing it in such a divine way, I guess, in such a way that it's very elusive. And the Wheel of Fortune here is there something that's changing, or there's something that's happening between the horse and the stingray. There's something very significant with this relationship here. The Strength, the Tower, and the Hermit. I feel like the stingray is going to bring the horse out of their shell. With the Tower here, there is something changing in the horse's life, and the horse is going to be out of sorts. Like, they're not going to be doing the same schedule or the same regime that they've always done. They're going to have to come back into a shell here and really think about where they are, or where they're at. Their daily regime, their daily tasks, what they do on a day-to-day basis is changing. There is something changing around what they do in their life, and they're going to have to slow down and find the strength here, possibly to even open up to the stingray and ask the stingray for advice. But there is a lot of pride coming in here too. I feel like the horse might not want to open up to the stingray because they see the stingray as a little bit of a quack. I want to say quack, like someone who's a bit strange, like someone's a bit weird. Like this may be like I think a quack is like a term for a doctor who's a little bit strange in their approach to doing things. I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds about right. So there's something around the way the stingray does things. They're very strange in the way they approach things, and the horse needs that type of influence in their life at the moment, but they don't want to go ask the stingray for advice because they feel like the stingray is a bit different, and they don't really know how to ask the stingray for advice. So I feel like the horse is going to get some type of confidence. They may even bring the stingray a gift or something in order to say, hey, look, I'm really struggling at the moment. I need some advice. I don't know where to go in my life. Things have changed. And I'm feeling very stuck in this process. I need some type of wisdom. The horse does have a lot of wisdom within itself, but there's something that the horse they're limited in some way. They're not having the ability to be able to expand and open up in a way that the stingray can see things in a way that is very expansive, rather than the horse has intuition. They know when to do things, but they don't have this expansive understanding, this worldly view, or something that the stingray has that the horse doesn't have. So the horse is wanting the knowledge that the stingray has, but also doesn't want to let the stingray know that their knowledge is valuable, because the horse doesn't see, or hasn't seen in the past, how the stingray's wisdom is valuable. So I feel like there may be something coming through here where the horse is also being humbled, where their experience is not the only experience there is other types of ways of viewing things and looking at things, and this certain situation is bringing knowledge to that. So the stingray is having the opportunity to present the horse with an idea or an option to change things, and the horse is needing to come out of their comfort zone with what they know and approach the stingray for advice. I feel like the stingray is not going to the horse, so the horse has to go to the stingray for some type of advice and wisdom.